all you free spirits, entrepreneurs and pioneers, all you craftsmen and originators, visionaries and nonconformists, all you star reachers and wisdom keepers, rock stars and movers and shakers, all you forward thinkers, latte drinkers and risk takers. Everything that the establishment and government is telling you is right is actually wrong, and you know it. To borrow a phrase from Morpheus, you felt it your entire life that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Times are strange, and it seems that everyone I meet is telling me how much better their lives could be if only they had a way to go. I want to be metaphysical and tell them that money is not going to make them happier, but the reality is that it will make things easier. And when things are easier, people do get happier. It buys lifestyle, it buys true freedom, better medical care, and the rules no longer apply. It ensures your survival along with friends and family when all around you there is disconnect and disarray. We are building a community, a tribe, to help those special few people make a way for the future so they can relax and know that it will be all right even as events continue to spin out of control. A place to turn off the immediate stress and worry. Somewhere they will feel good about life again and breathe easier doing the things they love and enjoy what we call the optimal experience. It's a place where life is exactly how you want it. We'll help you identify your strengths, uncover your natural talent, awaken your passion and driving force, and show you how to harness all of this and use it to reprioritize, reprogram, reconnect, and rebuild the flow in your life. Our hands are used to build and create, and I believe they are designed for a lot more than pressing a remote or swiping a smart device. They are meant to reach out and give a helping hand, and that is what this community is about. Our minds used to stretch and envision. I believe they were designed to innovate and create opportunity where none existed before. They are meant to think of others, not just ourselves, and to share. Our spirits used to be based on deep moral values. I believe they were designed for the formation of true character, one that makes us know we are doing good in the world, allowing us to sleep good at night. And that is what this community is about. We may not be able to change the world, but we can change our little place on the planet. Do you remember when this country was where the whole world wanted to be? When it represented freedom, expression, allegiance, and opportunity? When we were known as the land of the free and the home of the brave? Remember a time when we stood as one nation, under God, reciting the Pledge of Allegiance with pride and singing the national anthem as not just communities and neighbors, but as family, as one. Remember when we were a nation of values with little people achieving great big things, a neighborly open-door hospitality and work ethic with character that stood for something. I remember, and there is a way, a kinder, gentler time when you knew your neighbors and your mother was at home to help and guide you through rough patches as they came up. Everyone had enough. 2 jobs weren't necessary to be prosperous and live life to the fullest. We took month-long vacations regularly to admire the wonder of all that is around us, enjoying the warm hospitality of those we encountered. The America that welcomed immigrants with open arms abhorred the abject socialism of the country from which they came. Back then, anyone willing to roll up their sleeves had a chance and the freedom to do so and achieve the American dream. Now we are regulated to death by ever-present, fast-growing central governments whom seek to run all facets of our daily lives. No product or endeavor left undisturbed. Now we are taxed beyond all reasonableness and told it is un-American to complain that half of our population are on assistance and there is no accountability. The very fabric of our country, the Constitution, is under attack on many fronts. Freedom of speech is disappearing as I speak this to you, and the Second Amendment is being abridged by executive order. Make no mistake, the founders gave the citizenry the right to bear arms, not to hunt, but to protect us from what is occurring right now, an overreaching central government. There is a way, but the landscape has changed, hasn't it? When we travel, I am often brought to a harsh reality when I see people who are tired, frustrated, broken, and shell-shocked. What happened? We have forgotten who we are and what this country represents. Have we become numb, hypnotized, indifferent, dumbed down, entranced? I see young people who have no hope, old people waiting to die, and they all seem to be asking, what is it all about? What is it all for? Do we actually choose to live in a world like the Matrix portrays, where our only choices are to remain enslaved or to see an ugly corporate or government-controlled reality where traders, dealers, bureaucrats, and marketers tell us, bombard us with their ideas of what life looks like? Let us choose and create another story. The story of the underdog, the ordinary hero, where the daily news is good news and abundance is on the menu. Collectively, let's choose the happy ending because we know we have the power within us to make it that way. Collectively, we will write this story together and we will write a new ending. After the storm passes and there is a new day, darkness makes way for the light. Our exclusive community serves several purposes. Lifestyle. We're spoiled. We want our toys and access as well. We want our safety, peace, and tranquility. We can have it all. Real resources. Know that there are 3 things that you need now and always will. Safe haven. Access to a private supply of clean water and food. Store of value. Good real estate. Location, amenities, water, fertile land, private yet close to what we need. This will always be in demand. Safety. Cities are becoming more dangerous worldwide. A place removed a relative distance from the city will be a treasure. Inspiration. Nothing inspires a person more than being close to Mother Nature. And with her calming influence, the mind can achieve flow. Think tank. With many like-minded people together, the chances for creative thinking are enhanced to a level not possible in the Matrix. It's time to wake up from the nightmare, the bizarre matrix that we've been bought and sold into, where they tell us that we're not enough, not equipped, not capable, just so they can sell us products to fix us. This is your wake-up call. There is nothing wrong with you except that perhaps you have forgotten the dream. The dream that we can be more than we are. We can live free and so will our children's children. But we must act, not react according to a formula. A, awaken, plus E, education, times R, resolve, equals O2, optimal outcome. Consider this. What if it's just been a marketing campaign all along? What if we choose to turn off the hypnotism, the trance, and really examine what is going on all around us, and we are not just fine? What if we decide to accept that which is within us? What if we choose to turn the media against them, and we opt out of their machine? What if we awaken to the dream? I believe we can, and that is why we are building this community. I believe in you and in me, in everyone that has become aware. I see the playfulness, the mischievousness, and the willingness to reach to new heights. It is there, and it just wants to be invited to come out and play. So I am opening the playground, and guess what? You've just been invited. It's time. Be more, do more, live more. Everything you know is about to change. And what if I told you that you are the change? Things are not as simple as they used to be. And sometimes it seems that just getting by is the greatest challenge of our time. Technology has developed at a rapid pace, and yet everything designed to make our lives easier is making them more complex. We have developed incredible speed, yet we feel left behind. Machinery has borne abundance, and yet we're in constant want. The World Wide Web connects us with all corners of the planet, yet we feel isolated in our own communities. Corporate franchises give us recognizable mega brands, yet we miss the human faces of the moms and pop places we remember as children. Modern tools are built with precision, yet we long for the beauty of imperfect handcraft. And what about quality of life? Our lives are busier than ever, and it seems we spend more time running on the hamster wheel and less time connecting, sharing, and dreaming. We live boxed lives with boxed rewards, eating boxed dinners in boxed rooms. We travel in boxed cars to boxed offices and attend meetings in larger boxed meeting places. More hours, more inflation, more stress. Less pay, less rewards, less time, less of everything. Less of everything we want and more of everything we don't want. There is a plan. We are here now at this time in history when we have the tools we need, yet no one gave us the manual of when, where, how, or why. But we know the why. On the deepest level, we connect to the why. Because we know we are worthy of more. We know we are more. The why is the power to change your circumstance, to ensure a better life. Because within you, right now, is the power to do things you never dreamed possible. This power becomes available to you just as soon as you believe and make the important decisions. You are capable right now of doing small things in a great way. You are designed to stretch, expand, grow, and be more than you are. You are hearing this now as an invitation, a call to action. This is no coincidence. I leave you with the parable of the Mexican fisherman. An American investment banker was at the pier of a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican on the quality of the fish and asked how long it took to catch them. The Mexican replied, "Only a little while." The American then asked, why didn't he stay out longer and catch more fish? The Mexican said he had enough to support his family's immediate needs. The American then asked, "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The Mexican fisherman said, "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take siestas with my wife Maria, stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitars with my amigos. I have a full and busy life." The American scoffed, "I am a Harvard MBA and could help you. You should spend more time fishing with the proceeds. Buy a bigger boat. With the proceeds from the bigger boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually, you would have a fleet of fishing boats. Instead of selling your catch to the middleman, you would sell directly to the processor, eventually opening your own cannery. You would control the product, processing, and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal fishing village and move to Mexico City, and then LA, and eventually New York City, where you will run your expanding enterprise." The Mexican fisherman asked, "But how long will this all take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years. "But what then?" asked the Mexican. The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions, then what?" The American said, "Then you would retire, move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take siestas with your wife, stroll to the village in the evenings where you could sip wine and play your guitar with your amigos." The overriding moral being, do it now. It's time to make a choice. Choose wisely. Join us at our Destination Safe Harbor event.